Yeah, let's start. Welcome to the Android development training. So basically, today the training is entirely the basic, like as basic as possible. So I am sharing the content. Let's start. So overall sessions are overall contents which I have organized. Like first one, like why Android development is a smart choice for new developers. And then introduction app developments or Android developments like life cycle. It's not about the internal app developments, like external, like how we can start app developments, what is the life cycle, and some icebreaker. Icebreaker is some kind of activities which I will do, we all do together. And then essential tools for successful Android developments, Android components, introductions to Kotlin's Android UI design, and Android Studio and some coding. So which actually we will do more briefly later. Let's start. Before we start, let's introduce myself. So actually who I am, and then actually we will do some interactions regarding individuals like what is our target or what is our career goals after that. Okay. Yeah, I'm Ali Ahmed, as I said. So I'm an Android developer with 6 years of experience in different sectors like telecommunications, bank, fintech, and mainly I'm using Kotlin, but previously we used Java for Android development. So as I'm working lots of organizations, so I think I see the whole development process end to end life cycle, so which I'm gonna share with you today. And currently, I'm working for Capgemini and HMRC. So I'm developing HMRC applications. So which we are living in the UK, so we know HMRC applications is using by all of us. So this is quite massive applications, like 2 millions user and concurrent user daily, 50,000, like in a second, 50,000 user is using every time. So it's a quite challenging project. So I'm handling the Android part with my team. We are maintaining the best practices as possible in the industry. Previously, I worked for telecommunications like Boxmart, where I developed some kind of telecom based applications. And I worked for Bragg Bank Limited in Bangladesh, and that was my last experience in Bangladesh. So where I developed some kind of internet banking, like Astha loan taking apps, also some other applications, and then Wipro and BrainStation. That's me, my educations. I completed my graduations from Bangladesh, from American International University, and at my time, I was the highest academic result holder in my university and my department. So that actually I achieved or I awarded summa cum laude, which is one kind of gold medal. And I have started masters in ICT in Buet, but it's not finished yet. Yeah, I'm hopefully it will finish soon. Yeah, that's I am. Uh, Now floors is yours. Alahad, you wanted to share about yourself or your about anything about you, please.
So I started. So first of all, my name is like Muhammad Alahad. So I'm 25 years old.
Yeah.
Like I started my journey like I grew up in Italy basically. So I did my GCSE and everything down there in Italy. Then I moved 2017 in the UK, and I had some struggle in like with the ESOL course and those stuff. Then I find out university. I
Okay.
went no first of all then I went in a college for a degree IT was like IT information technology. Then I spent 1 year in that college, and then I moved to University of East London,
That's
and
good.
I did my graduation there. Hopefully in September in computer science, and that's it. This is
And what is your primary goal? Like what you wanted to
so
be?
in the university they will teach you. Like they'll teach you like how to do or how to create an app or how to do the coding, but they don't tell you the basic step, like
Okay.
do this, do that, and create this. They don't feed you one kind of.
Okay.
So that's the problem.
Yeah, so I think that training will help you a lot because it's more like professional trainings. Yeah, it started from the very basic, but yeah, we'll go gradually. We'll end up with professional training with professional certificates and experiences, so that actually you can see the overall industries architecture, like how industry is running in UK or all over the world. So hopefully, I think you this training will help you a lot. Now, yeah, Masood bhai, I know a little bit about you. Like you was started your career, and then again you were looking for good opportunity. Will you please share with me about yourself? Masood bhai, I can't hear you. Alahat bhai, can you please shout like, is it my problem or
No, it's fine, it's fine. I think
okay?
you went somewhere else. There are so many people on event. I saw them, so many people. Yeah, there was too many people was interested, but
Hmm.
unfortunately you changed the date, isn't it? So I think
Yeah,
that's the
I have
problem.
to.
And like before this event, I also was prepared like for this day, but it was better like give a post to let them know, like a announcement or like a notification before,
Yeah.
so too many people can join. I saw like 14 or 15 people was interested.
Yeah, that's true. But yeah, let's start with us, and then again we will start the we will restart this course again with another announcement, so that actually we can find some others also. That's okay. That's fine. Okay, let's start. So
Masudai, I think
now
he's
I
on
wanna.
work.
Sorry.
He's I think in he's working at the
Okay,
moment.
it's okay. So now I'll go through like why learning Android development is a smart choice for new Android developer. So in Android development, career is good or bad, or mobile apps development career is good or bad for new developers. Who will see that like why actually Android development learning is a smart choice. So booming the mobile industries, as you know that in back 2005 or 6, that mobile industry was not like that for the developer at that time. Web developments was happening. It's quickly, but now the everything is the mobile application based. If you have any product, so that actually you have to at least one app for either platform. It can be iOS or Android or both. So the global mobile apps market is projected to exceed 1 trillion by 2023, reflecting in increasing reliance of the mobile solutions. In our UK is or US is higher than others countries. Like the revenue reached 5.1 billion in the UK and 64.9 billions in the US market. And the high demand of Android developers. You can see whenever you go in the LinkedIn and other job site, you will find lots of positions in Android developments in any country. It could be UK, US, Bangladesh, or third world nations, anywhere. So according to the job market trends, Android development skills are high demands across the various industries. Companies of all sizes, from startups or to multinational corporations, require Android developers to build their own mobile apps. And as you know that there are lots of services like Uber, food deliveries, and everything. Those services are like booming. So for that, we need to maintain or create those kind of applications. And these are critical developments, so that actually we need lots of Android developers in the industries. And Android market dominance also another factor. Like as you know that iOS is one of the best competitors for Android market. But yeah, as I said, like Android is dominating. Android maintains the share markets or market share is 70% in global. Uh, in comparative to UK, it's like 53.4 and 51, like neck to neck. But yeah, in all over the world, Android markets is too large. And if we see our UK market or also in the US, it is like neck to neck, and every two peoples or three peoples using one Android Android mobile. So basically, the users is our prime target, isn't it? And the lucrative career prospect. The demand of Android developers is really strong, reflecting competitive salaries and growth. Is really nice. Like in UK market, one junior Android developer, like who has no experience at all, he can start from like 40,000 UK 40,000 in the annual, and US market is higher than in our UK. So it's really important. Like it's not a big deal to get a job in the UK market because there are lots of positions in Android development. So if you take your preparation properly, then I think it's really easy to get at least one good job in Android development or as an Android developer. And impactful Google Play Store. Like if you have any ideas, like I wanted to create an applications for budget tracking or anything, and if you can publish that application in the Play Store, then you will get 2.9 billions users at a time. So that actually your user base will be so high, and the apps in the Google Play Stores is currently 3.5 millions, and Google Play generated 2.9 billions revenue every year. It's remarkable, isn't it, in the UK market? And this is the very important factor. Like if any development career, we need at least one good developer communities. So I think Android development career is lucky, or any Android developer can say like there are lots of people who are contributing in the communities, helping a lot. So yeah, so in if you see the development tools, it's really user friendly, and these environments is really nice, like powerful development tools, innovating beyond the boundaries. Like you can development applications not only for the mobiles, as you know, Google has the Wear OS, so you can develop the application for the wearable things like watches and TV, IoT device. In our UK market, there is a giant company which is Sky. So Sky is hiring lots of developers regarding Android developer for the TV platforms and the IoT. And it's really easy to learn. Like Android development is not a rocket science. It's if you give efforts like daily 2 hours or 3 hours, then within 6 months you will be a good developer. Okay. Yeah, I think thank you for these sessions. Like why like Android development is a more smart choice. Do you have any questions, Alhad?
Yeah. So first of all, like, how long was the course? Like,
Yeah, I will share the plan. Like the course is okay. Another one is Muhammad Tahidul Islam.
yeah, he's our friend. Yeah, let him come.
Okay. Hi Tahidul Islam, how are you? Hi Tahidul, can you hear me?
Yeah, I think he can hear you, but he is outside.
Okay,
Anyway,
that's okay.
he's our friend. And he can listen. It's fine. And I want to know, like, how long is the course?
So basically, I will in later part I will share our future plan. So basically, I
And
formed a company which is Android Limited, where actually
yeah,
I'm doing some freelancing Android developments beside my jobs. Also, I had office space, so I have some plan. I will share with you so that actually how you can learn and grow together. Yeah, I will share this little part because
And
I divided that course in different levels. Like one is the beginner level, and after beginner you can join in the mid level, and then it will be like professionals. So it will be year long, I think, 1 year long. Uh, yeah, so basically it's not like to that session I will do 5 or 6 sessions at a time and you will forget everything. That will not happen. The course will be like I will start and my goal is that you will learn Android developments. Also, you will get the job from the UK market and I will help in the interview period. So that actually it's a 1 year span. So that 1 year, I will give the Android basic developments, also the mid level, and after that, I will try to give some professional trainings also. And I will make sure that that professional training you can show somewhere that okay, from that company, I did Android developments. It may be 1 year or 6 months, so that actually it will be a good start for you. So from where, like from the fresher, you will get the experience at a time and the company will be lucrative for you. Why not? Because you have some experiences. Is that the answer for your question?
this course are like regard any fees, exceptional fees, like if you need it or not.
Yeah, I will share little
So it's
parts like what is the basic plan. Okay, but yeah, like money doesn't matter about these sections. Like for the basic development or the basic training, so basic training will be completely free. But for the professional training or the mid level, there will be little amount of fee, which I will share the later part. Is that the answer of your question?
yeah, that other
That's
one.
great. That's great. In that part of this session, actually, I will share like the app development life cycle. So when I say the life cycle, it means like it will be end to end, like how an app development started and then how it's developed and how it's deployed. So it's important. Like if you get from the preliminary stage or the earlier stage, if you see the whole path, like how the Android developments is doing, how I can code, where I can code, and where I can deploy my whole things, you will get the overall industry idea. Like all over the world, they're following the same things. Maybe there are slight difference, but the main thing is same for all. So let's start, like how
Bro,
life cycles works.
bro, can I say something? If you don't mind,
Yeah, please.
talk to in Bangla is fine. We all Bengali people here.
Yeah, but that
Yeah.
live's already shared from other
Oh,
cities
all right,
also.
that's fine, that's
So
fine.
like,
So
it's
I don't
shared in
mind,
the
I don't mind.
Facebook and also the LinkedIn. So
Yeah,
yeah,
yeah, yeah.
that's better. If I say in Bengali, it would be more good for all.
Yeah,
But
yeah,
yeah,
more easiest like for you and for us as well. Like we can understand. I don't
okay,
mind, that's fine.
okay. Another people is joining. Like Tawkir, how are you?
Assalamu alaikum, Ali
Walaikum
bhai.
salam. Okay, bhai, how are you?
I'm fine. What about you?
Yeah,
I
yeah,
was
no.
following this in Facebook Live.
Yeah, that's great.
I'm
That's great.
fine.
Oh, that's good. Like what you covered, initially I gave the overall introductions like what we will covering, and then we discuss about the why Android development is a smart choice for for new developers. Also, anyone wanted to switch their careers, like someone is developing the web applications like you and also someone is from the different backgrounds, but they might need to develop their own Android apps or their own ideas. So at least if we know the ideas, like basic ideas, like how it started, then it will be more helpful for us, isn't it? So can you hear me?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. Will you please introduce yourself to others?
Uh, Basically, I'm a web developer, and me and Ali stayed together a long time before. Not long time before, short time before. We stayed in the same apartment. uh, and now I'm trying to learn Android a little bit. I'm practicing, but that's in a cross-platform. So I think Ali will teach us in native language. Is it right?
Yeah, yeah, that's perfect. Yeah, that's right. But main thing is that if you learn the native, sorry, cross platforms like Flutter or React.js, there's a good platform tools. But rather than said that, like, you need the native one also if you're developing the cross platforms or React.js or other technologies. But you need the native one to making or migrating your code base to the native ones. Sometimes you need some things like sensor, maps, or the notifications or services. That time actually you need some help from the native. So at least if you have the basic ideas, then it will help you a lot also.
Uh, I have some basic academic idea actually.
Oh,
It's
that's
not
great.
professional. So here I am with you. I
Yeah,
come to you to gather some knowledge about this.
yeah,
You
that's
are the
great.
master, I know.
No, no, not like that. Yeah, I'm also learning. Yeah, that's right. So basically, how far we covered? We covered like what is the why and the mobile apps developments is a smart choice for new developer. Also, who actually wanted to switch their career, then actually the mobile application developments will be helps a lot. So now where we are talking about the app development life cycle, like what is the best practices following by the industries. So as I have worked for lots of industries like fintech, bank, and some multinationals. So also I can tell you like what is the main life cycle all over the world is follows. Maybe slight difference some others. So these are the four preliminary stage actually everyone is following like project keyword, development score, deploy in the marketplace, and collect feedback. These are like basic things. But if I go to like what is happening in the project pre-work, so that time actually business peoples or some other non-tech peoples they are gathering the requirements. Uh, it's not like structural requirements. It's like a high-level requirements. Like I wanted to do that, and then some peoples are doing the feasibility studies. Okay, is it possible or not? Is it, if it's possible, how we'll do that? And if not, then at that time everyone stop. And after that, when feasibility study is done, everyone's doing like create business requirements. Okay, we know we can do it, but let's start with the business requirements. Business requirement. When I'm saying the business requirements, that means it will be more structural, like low-level documents, high-level documents. What are the requirements? What are the how many developers required? What will be the backend things? So lots of things are there, and wireframing. After collecting the business requirements, then someone doing the wireframing. When I'm saying wireframing is like making MVP type things. Maybe sometimes it can be a scratch, it can be some UI design, not in the detail level, but in the basic level to show someone, and etc. There's lots of things also following. When everything is done, when the whole requirements gathering done, wireframing done, everyone's agreed, then actually started the development scope. In that development scope, Android developer doing their Android project, iOS developer doing their iOS project, are also backend, and they are working simultaneously. And when the development is done, in between time testing is doing properly. So that time actually they're following industries are following lots of methodologies. Someone following the agile methodologies, someone following Scrum, someone following waterfall. So, but any of the methodologies following to sprint, someone following some sprint based thing like I can divide the whole our works in lots of stages. So first sprint, second sprint, third sprint. So every sprint there will be some deliverables or someone talking about the iterations, like who were familiar about sprint, but someone also talking it's like iterations, one iteration, two iterations, and then it's tested properly by QA engineers, and also after QA engineers, someone doing the security vulnerabilities, and then it's ready. when the whole thing is done, then it's deployed in the marketplaces. What is the marketplaces? Google Play Store, maybe it's App Store, maybe some other platforms. So in that case, people are following some kind of CI/CD pipelines, like continuous integrations and continuous deployments, and someone doing it manually. So yeah, there's like further things. And after deploying it's in the Play Store, then collect feedbacks. So collect feedbacks means it can be from the marketplaces, or also it can be from analytics. Like there are lots of analytics. Yeah, someone wants to join. Let's admit it. Hi, Pritam. Pritam, can you hear me? Okay, he's gone. So yeah, so after deployments, in between time, like they are all are collecting feedbacks. It can be from the comments in Play Store or marketplaces, and it can be from the analytics, and they are finding some kind of bugs. Bugs means what is the fault in this product or how it can improve. So that types of things is happening day by day. So yeah, this is the high level life cycle. What is the following by the industries? And this is another important thing, like why I am developing our applications. Maybe I have a business, maybe I have some other plan, but how actually apps making money? This is another important thing, so why not? So main thing is like applications can be paid or freemium. Paid applications, one kind of premium, another is premium. So premium means like I'm placing my apps and I'm adding the price tag. Like it can be £2, £3 or dollar. But yeah, and freemium means I give some free features, and after free features, who was wanted to more use wanted more features, they actually need to buy from the Play Store. And in-app purchases also are there. Like if I developing a game, so basically there are lots of coins I need to buy. Or in any applications, there are lots of tools need to buy. So these are the in-app purchases. Yeah, another important is advertising. So in some of applications it's free, but that applications is showing the ads in the Google AdSense or some other using some other places, and it's generating money too. Freelancing, this is important thing. Like I know Android app development, so someone need Android developer, so I can do their I can develop their application, so I can do freelance. Sponsorship, not like I have, like if I give you an example, in 10 minute school, 10 minute in school has like sponsored by Robbie. So they are getting funded. So this is the exciting thing. Like if you have nice product and if you search sponsorships or funding, if someone do that, it will be huge benefit for your development career. And subscription based also some kind of thing, like I have music apps or some in music apps. What is happening, I'm taking monthly subscriptions, yearly subscriptions, like in movie or any kind of applications like Netflix. So that way actually a developer can generating money. And this is the important thing actually, why we will develop the applications. The motivations is like that. Any questions regarding these slides? Pigeon Alahad.
No, no, no questions.
Okay, that's great. Okay, so let's get the next sessions. Yeah, next sessions is more like iterative or interactive. So do you have like you are in the PC, isn't it? Pigeon?
Yes, I'm PC.
Yeah, you are in the PC. So I'm sharing a link. So we can go to that link, and using that link, there will be few questions. We will answer together and we will discuss like why we selected this. Like it's one kind of ice breaking things, like We discuss lots of things, but yeah, let's make it more beautiful in the situation. You can access that link, isn't it?
Yeah, yeah. I can see.
Okay.
Inside this.
Alahad, are you able to join that link?
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Okay. Okay, let's get the first question. Like, yeah, it's a funny question. I know, like, if you could only eat one food for the rest of your life, what would be? So in my case, it can be pizza. Okay, are you writing something?
I'm on my phone. I think I need to download the apps.
Okay, okay, take your time. Pigeon?
I am in view only mode.
Oh, is
I
it view
have
only? No,
request for.
you can double tap. Okay, okay, yeah, it's view only. Now you can you refresh the screen?
Yeah, yeah. I can do this.
Now you can write, isn't it?
Yes, yes. Yes.
Okay, that's great. Okay. Pigeon, are you writing?
Yes, yes. I'm writing.
Yeah, okay, that's great. So next question is like, what is your childhood movies? For me, it would be, what is the Bengali? Okay, another is like, okay, if you travel anywhere in the world, where you go? Go to, Okay. Allah, have you completed?
I can download it. It's like,
Okay, that's okay. I can ask, and we can
yeah.
discuss a bit. Okay. So yeah, for yeah, I think pigeon is also writing. Oh wow, it's a nice choice. So first question was, if you could only eat one food for the rest of your life, what it would be? Pigeon, you said rice. Wow. Any thought behind it?
So I thought maybe Bangladeshi, and,
Oh,
and Bangladeshi
yeah,
is used to.
yeah. I could write rice, but main thing is that rice will not give me the whole nutrition, isn't it? Yeah, but yeah, we can serve, right? For me, pizza, yeah, I can have add more stuff. So basically, I could get the whole thing, and at least I could live. What about you, Fahad? You can see, isn't it?
Yeah, I can see.
Yeah, what it
But
could be
I
for
don't have
you.
like a specific choice. I need like whole food, isn't it? So
Oh,
I don't know all.
okay, that's great. And the next one was like favorite childhood movie, Baby's Day. Yeah, it's so nice, isn't it? Like baby, yeah, baby's fall down from the roof and then started his or her journey, isn't it? Okay.
Yes, 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 yes.
Yeah, I could write
The
this one.
three thieves kidnapped the baby, and baby
Yeah.
flew
Mm.
from.
Yes, so funny. Malahan, what was your childhood movie favorite?
I'm a big fan of Transformers.
Oh,
So
that's great. Oh yeah, hopefully you one day you can purchase a car which can be transformed a human.
hopefully.
For me, it was a bondo. Like I can remember in my childhood, I used to live in my village. So here every Friday at 3 p.m. Always there's a movie in BTV. So I like a lot in bondo. Like two people, they are doing lots of things. That time it was so funny. But yeah, yesterday, no, not yesterday, but few days ago, I started again. But it was not so fun like in my childhood. But yeah. Okay, next one is, if you could travel anywhere in the world, where would you go? Canada. Someone said Canada. Is it pigeon?
Uh, yes, I'm sorry. I have to understand what what the question type is. So I answered double. Okay,
Okay.
I written. I write Canada, UA both.
Oh, okay, that's okay.
I, I thought this is only for me. I thought
Yeah, yeah,
that's
this is
the
only for
problem.
you.
Okay.
Yeah. For me, it's Kashmir. Like my father said, like Kashmir is a very beautiful place. I never visited in there, but yeah, I have a plan to go there. Yeah, it's a very beautiful place. I had for you.
So I want to see like Bangladesh more like night like stay in Bangladesh for more days to see our country because I never see my country like
Oh,
when
this.
I used to grow up in outside abroad, so I never see my country that much closely.
Oh, you born
So
and brought in UK, is it? Or
no,
Italy.
no, I was born in Bangladesh. When
Okay.
I was like 4 years old, I moved in Italy. Then I had
Oh.
whole life in Italy. Then I moved in UK.
And after that, you never been visited in Bangladesh.
Well, I went, but like
Okay.
not like with your friends, with the family. You know how Asian people, don't go that side, don't go this side. They
Okay. Yeah.
restrict, Asian peoples. That's the problem.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
I can speak Bangla. I can read Bangla because my
Wow.
my parents, my dad, they used to send me with the teacher, Bengali teacher, and keep a teacher in a home tuition, and then
Okay.
they used to bring books, exam sheet from Bangladesh, and they used to take me there, like used to
Yeah,
guide me.
that's good.
So
That's good. Yeah. But for me, actually, I'm also quite worried about my daughters. Like they lived in there and they're learning English at all. So they never speak Bengali also. Yeah.
also in my house, like my brother, I'm actually the eldest son here, so
Okay.
I got like younger brother and sister. They are born in Italy, but they can speak full Bangla and like full they can read as well. So we
Yeah.
normally in my home we speak in Bangla. All
Okay, that's great. Let's go
never
to the
talk in
next one.
English.
So, if you could be dinner with anybody in history, dead or alive, who it would be and why? Someone said like President of USA. Is it Pigeon?
That's true, but I had to write something, so I had no idea what to write.
Okay.
That
Why you
can be
wanted to
anybody.
meet with President?
Because he's I think in legal oil, you can say,
Okay.
he is the most powerful person in the earth from his designation now.
Okay, that's great. Yeah. And someone writing Mr. Bill Gates. Oh,
That's also me. That's
oh,
also me.
yeah, that's
I need his experience.
yeah. Oh, actually, what is special or what is the exact experience you inspired a lot from Bill?
um, I think he is very much hardworking
Okay,
and very much punctual. I listened some story about his life that he worked so hard and never take leave. He, he worked
okay,
7 days in a week. I think these things, and also he is a genius. It is
yeah,
also.
that's true.
I would also include Elon Musk. Okay,
Yeah, that's
these
great.
people are very inspiring.
Yeah, yeah, Elon Musk is really good, really good. Few days ago, he said about like artificial intelligence, like what you can do, everything who can know. So yeah, they're just well on me. Okay, Alahat, what about you? What is the
Yeah,
who is the
yeah.
person?
Elon Musk. Yeah,
Oh, why?
he's like really intelligent person. He know like our
Okay,
what is our future, and he know the step what to do.
yeah,
Like no one else like can predict like him. He's different.
yeah,
So
yeah, yeah. I
at
can see.
least
Like,
we can gather some experience from him if hopefully if I can meet someday with him.
yeah, I think you
There
could
is a
easily
if
meet
in
with
between, isn't
Elon.
it?
I think you can meet, like you can easily meet with Elon because he has some public channels. So where actually he is
Podcast.
accepting
Yeah.
messages. Yeah, yeah, that's good. Mm. But for me, it's our profit. So actually, I wanted to know, like, basically, I wanted to be at the like it's a dream. It could be turned true, but which I know will not possible, which is not possible. But yeah, I have few questions like about the world, about the mysteries, because he knows all mysteries. I think so. Yeah, for me, he is exceptional. Yeah, that's it. I think yeah, some AI has been broken. Let's proceed. Okay, so next session will be some development essential tools for Android developers. understand. So in that segment, actually, I will discuss like for native Android developments, what are the essentials, tools and technologies we need. Here in the end of this session, actually, I will share like what are the tech stacks actually used by the industries. So let's start. If you wanted to build in the next generation applications, that's the essentials. So yeah, essential tools is for any developments, like it can be web or mobile or any other developments. We need the one fundamental thing, like is the programming languages. So for Android developments, initially while like Android is started, that time is used to written by C++. Still now, I know few of companies who actually writing the application C++. One of them is Amazon. Amazon has their some Ring IoT product, so that product is written by C++. But except that, then it started from Java. So Java was the main native Android development languages. But from 2018 or 19, Google already announced like Kotlin will be the official Android development language. Yeah, it should be because Kotlin E has lots of features and some usefulness rather than Java. So I can discuss this later. And Android Studio, obviously, we need one ID for development. Someone is developing the Android projects, not in the IDEO. So I know some industries, like as I say, Amazon also, they have their own tools for Android developments. It's a one kind of plugin also. But yeah, mainly Android Studio is the ultimate platform for Android developments. Like it can be if I using Flutter, then also I can use the Android Studio. So it's the official ID for designing, coding, and testing. We need Gradle. So what is Gradle is? So Gradle is one kind of build tools, like which actually allowing us to build the overall applications. So in interview, there is like a common question, like what a Gradle is. So yeah, I will come later, but yeah, this is the building tools. It's come with the Android Studio. We can it's written. It can be written different languages, Groovy and Groms, and the Kotlin also. So this is the building tools, and Android SDK is necessary for that. Like it's a software development kits. So can anyone can explain what is SDK? Pigeon.
Uh, HTK in the meaning is software development kit, I think actually.
Yeah. So
Um,
what is the purpose of it?
environment where purpose maybe I don't have so much deep knowledge about
Okay, it's
this.
okay. Okay, I'm telling this like it's software development script, you right? So basically, for developing anything, we need at least one SDK. Sometimes we develop applications freely, but I need to use some other tools also. So that it comes with the software development kit. It can contains the libraries, API, tools. So in for Android development, we need lots of tools. We need some manifestations. We need some resource. We need some libraries. So if you see when the applications come up, it needs to like justify lots of things, lots of if and else when like only when I click the one applications. Yeah, and we need every Android virtual device. It can be emulator or real device. Like what is emulator? Emulator is like one kind of virtual machine. So that actually what we are writing, so that actually we can execute that writing code and we can run the project. So in Android terms of point of view, you can see emulator is a clone of a device, which is a virtual device who has their own Android OS so that actually we can install applications. We don't need our real device too. But when I have real device, I can run the applications in our real devices. And another is like not important but optional tools, but is like part and parcel for any development career, which is like version control system. Pigeon, can you discuss something about version controlling?
Maybe this is like my past version Android app that have some features like 5 features. Then I upload this to Google Play Store. Then I make some new feature for that same app. Then I'm saying this is 1.2 version or 2.3 version. That that maybe the version control is something. But
Yeah,
I didn't use these
yeah,
features.
you are right about the app versions. Like that also on kind of version controlling. But yeah, mainly here I wanted to describe about the Git technologies. Like when I am writing source code or anything, so I need to keep it updated. When in a development project, there will be multiple developers working together. So that actually we need to manage those source code so that actually we can create different branches and we can merge our works without any kind of conflict. So yeah, this is the one kind of version control system. And you said right, yeah, when I develop the application and then I need to control the versions also. Like one applications can be one and another applications can be 1.1. Yeah, these are all version controlling. So now let's start about the Android development tech stack. Like if I wanted to be an Android developer and if it's my professional career, so what actually industry is looking for me? What are the tools I needed to be known? Like, yeah, as I said, like Kotlin or Java or any other programming languages which is helping to developing Android apps. But yeah, mainly you have to know the Kotlin programming languages and XML and JSON. Yeah, for Android development, XML is one of the like essential things. Like to it's one kind of markup languages like HTML, but yeah, XML is required. And Jetpack Compose. Currently, Google introduced to designing the UI blocks like buttons, text, or some other things. We need Jetpack Compose. But before, we were used to develop those views level in XML way. So for now, in the current industries, Compose is necessary. And Android Jetpacks. What Android Jetpacks is, Android already declared some third-party libraries. When I'm saying third-party libraries, what is that means? Like for sometimes we require some other projects. Like when I'm using creating a button, so maybe there are some kind of customized button I need, and someone already developed that customized button, and I need to use that button. So I can use his project as a third-party library. So yeah, Google already developed a few third-party libraries like Android Jetpacks, which is Roam, live data, navigations, and lots of things. It's a huge libraries. Like Jetpacks also contain the Compose also. And I need to know the network connections and the API. Yeah, I know Pigeon is boss in the API development, but yeah, for Android development, we need to know about like how APIs work, mainly REST API. What are the main parts of this REST APIs? REST APIs means what is API? API means I am doing something, someone intermediary communicating with me. Like I wanted to discuss with Pigeon, but I need to discuss some way in intermediary. So that intermediary is the API. So basically, I will call that API. API will call Pigeon, and Pigeon will send something to the API, and API will send something to me. So yeah, API, there's the basic concept of API. For Android, for that API, for in Android point of view, like the backend technologies are there, Android apps are there. So some data I need from the backend. So how I will communicate with these? We need to use the API. Yeah, some are using retrofit and Volley or HTTP or Kotlin coroutines also there. And these are some advanced topics which I will discuss, like Kotlin coroutines and flows, which actually doesn't require for this training, but yeah, for text takes, these are the standard. You need to know like what Kotlin coroutines is one kind of multi-threading. Do you know what trade is? Alahat, can you describe about the trade?
Thread is like it's kind of like somebody if trade online or something like that, isn't it?
No, no,
Like
trade in programming point of view, like or in the operating system point of view, thread is like something doing some kind of task. So when I am instructing something in our machine, so that task will divided by lots of processor. So that processor will process those things. So using the thread. So for developing Android applications, that concept is must because as you know that this is the simple device which has limited resources. So we need to maintain our resources up to date for optimization. So we need some kind of trading concept, like multi-threading concept. For that, Kotlin already develops one lightweight threading systems, which is coroutines, and for observable patterns is flows. And for Android app architecture, we need to follow for some architectural pattern, which I will describe. It's not the part of this training, but yeah, it's good to know like what is going on the industries. Like app architecture, need like MVVM, clean architecture, MVP, MBI. These are the architectural pattern is used by the application. Also, in standard app, you need some dependency injection like healed and coin, some other things. What is dependency injection is like when you need something, someone explicitly provided you that dependencies. Like you are developing class A, but you have some dependent class B or C, some. But so every time you need to provide these dependencies using this dependence injection, anyone can, like any classes will obtain their dependencies easily. And yeah, Gradle, as I said before, like it's a build tools for Android developments. Another important, very important things is unit and UI testing. I know in our country there are in our country like Bangladesh. Uh, Unit testing and UI testing is not even practiced oftenly, but in UK or in standard applications in Bangladesh also. So unit testing is must. Like what is the unit testing is like I am writing a block of code and I need to check this block of code. Is it working properly or not? To giving lots of cases, as much cases possible. It can be worse or best. So that's actually I am validating my code. What is UI testing? UI testing is like I have the application, and application has some views like buttons and some other views like text inputs. So when I am comparing my UI, like that inputs is working properly or not, and what should be written in the text view is written or not. That testing is highly demanded in any standard application. Also, we need to know CI/CD pipeline. In common word, if I describe about the CI/CD pipelines, is like it's a life cycle of entire developments. Like where I am started the project and I am coding something, so I need to continuously integrate my coding. And after my developing, I need to deploy the product or the project in somewhere. So each contains the continuous deployment. And we need to know some databases like SQLite, ORM, like object relational model based databases, NoSQL. So these are overall tech stacks or standard tech stacks for any mobile application development, especially Android. So whenever you wanted to be a professional Android developer, interviewer or any company will looking for you at least these experiences. And whenever you learn at least these things, there are lots of things inside that, but if you learn these things and you can write it your own way, so that actually you can easily pass the interview I think any organization they will ask all of the questions between them. Yeah. And some important links which is there, like you need to follow some communities like developer android.com is like a Bible for Android development. So here everything is written what you have need. Uh, Android code labs is there. Like they describe lots of things regarding the Android code labs. I will show you. So if you wanted to be Android developer, you don't need to follow any courses. You can go through these all segments like from Android Studio, Hello World to any other practices. They have their own hands-on example. You can use those things. Kotlin official documents you need to know, Android official channel, Stack Overflow. What Stack Overflow is, obviously, you know, we know this is a developer community where everyone is asking some questions and there are some questions and answers is there. So if I face any problem, so that actually I can go the Stack Overflow. Kotlin official docs, as I said, Android Studio and Android Weekly. These are some links where actually you will find the Android in Android Studio. You can download the Android Studio, uh, obviously, and Android Weekly. You can find every weekly update from the community. Thank you for this session. I think. Do you have any question regarding these tags, Pigeon?
Lots of questions,
Yeah,
but
please carry on because yeah, I know these are all technology. How many technologies you know already from this list?
I have learned lots of new things, new terms.
Okay,
I knew about SDK, REST API, and SQLite, something I know the basic or
okay,
the definitions, but I also knew about Gradle. It's a building
okay.
tool, but
So do you have any questions
something
regarding this?
I have lots of questions, but I the questions all triggered that I want to know this in detail, and I
Okay.
know you will cover these topics in this next session, so that there is no
Yeah,
current
but
question. Can't
yeah,
suggest
for
you.
actually what is happening, I have researched like all interviewers from Amazon, Facebook, mid-level, and the multinational companies for Android developers. And mainly their requirements are these are only things. So I participated many interviews when I came here in UK. So eh, I just take preparations using that topics. And currently what is happening whenever I am appearing, the same questions they are asking. And obviously, when you develop, as I said, like I am developing an application which is HMRC, and the concurrent user is 50,000, and overall user is 2 million. So that large scale applications also following these tools also only. And if you are architecting your applications properly, I think these are the vitals for your applications. Alahad, do you have any question?
Yeah, so we will use like these software like like we have to use it, isn't it, for making an apps like.
Yeah, to making an Android applications, either it could be Flutter or third party or in the native. So mainly I'm covering native things, but these are essentials for Android developments.
Okay,
Okay,
all right.
that's good. Okay, let's get the next topics, which is Android app components. It will be more like Android specific. Oh, I don't need to record it. You can see my screen, is it okay? My screen is visible, isn't it? Alaha, you can see my screen.
Yeah, I can see you.
Okay, that's perfect. So, yeah, now we are getting like in depth or some kind of Android specific thing. So now we'll learn like what are the main components in Android apps or in Android app developments. Okay, let's start. So basic components are activities, service, broadcast receiver, intent, views, notification, and widget. We all know about like notification is what notification is and widget is, but we will go through on the individual. Like yeah, when I'm saying activities, like what is the activity? Like what is appearing in our applications? Like when I'm opening WhatsApp, what which screen is visible to me? This is activity. So an activity is a class that represent the single screen in your app, and it's responsible for displaying the UI and other things, mainly the UI blocks. So you can see there, this screen also an activity, this also activity, this also activity. So all are the activities. And so this is a class which actually representing a single screen. When you're developing the Android application, you need to create a view. So that view is created by the activities class. Is it clear? Is it clear or do you have any question?
No question. No.
Okay. Pigeon?
Yes, yes. Mm.
Okay. Okay, now going discuss about the service. What the service is. A service is a component that runs in the background. So from there we can see like when I'm not using the Facebook Messenger, but someone messaging me, it's appearing my screen. So how is possible? So there is called services for the application development point of view. So we are using services and it's one kind of activity which is not visible to the user and it's running behind the applications. It's running from the operating system. So application is not running, but the service is running. So whenever someone is messaging, is catched by the service and showing to the user. So it doesn't have UI, but it's running. It's often used to perform tasks to do not need to interactive, like playing music. Okay. So yeah, when our application is running, I will discuss later, like what are the life cycle of the activities or services. But now we can see like services like background tasker who is doing the background things. There are lots of services are there. There could be the foreground service, background service. It's advanced topics. But for now, if anyone asks like what is services, you can ask like you can answer these questions like okay, service is running in the background. And another main component is or core component is content provider. What is content provider? Content provider is the centralized thing who actually containing the data of an application. A content provider is a component that manages access data such as databases, file system. It used to share data between different apps. Like when I have two same companies applications, when I'm using Facebook, Messenger together, when I am in login in the Facebook, in Messenger app, it can show me like, can you log in with that user? How the Messenger knows. So basically, there is a link between two applications, which is the content provider. The content provider is providing data from different applications. Like it can share data for different applications, or it can contain his own data. Any question regarding this?
No.
Okay. And now another core components is broadcast receiver. What the broadcast receiver is? Broadcast receiver is something like listening. When we are using application and or something, some call is happening. Like I need to read the messages something. Like when I have to put the OTP, the application can read that OTP. How the application can read is the broadcast receiver. So broadcast receiver is actually receive the broadcasting thing. So some applications can broadcast and some application can listen. So it's like some kind of like broadcasting and listening. When I wanted to read SMS, when it's come the application, as soon as it's received from the mobile, and I'm listening, my application is listening that, and I can read that. So using broadcast receiver. So broadcast receiver can listen anything in the applications. Obviously, we need to do some kind of permission as we are giving intent. Another important things, intent, what intent is. Like I will go in details when I will code, but intent is some kind of a message which used to start an activity, service, and broadcast receiver. Like I wanted to go one screen to another screen. So I need an intent who actually contains the message of mine and it's sent to the another screen. Like from there, this screen, I wanted to go the that screen. So I'm passing the message, like I am giving instructions that screen, like start the intent with this page and take my message. So one example can be we're filling a form like name, date of birth, and anything, and I need to send this information to another page. So when using intents, we can pass the data one screen to another screen. Any question regarding this? Pigeon?
Uh, is this the only way to share data?
No. It's not the only way, but it's like code things when I am passing one screen to another screen, or I need to start another screen. I need intent that time. But yeah, this is not the only way, but it's a core component for Android app development. So that using that component, we can start any activities, any service, or any broadcast listener. Is that the answer of your question?
I have another question about this.
Yeah, please.
Like the activity may be how much I know the activities may be one under another, like tree, right? Right? This is like a tree.
Activity is a screen.
Parent screen.
Okay.
When I'm looking the list view, like activity, it's content list. Then
Okay.
I'm clicking a content of the list. It's taking to me detail view. In another in the detail view, I'm clicking something else that is taking another detail view of that. Right.
Yeah.
So it's maybe a kind of tree. If I need to pass the intent to number one activity to number three activity, should I need to pass it through number two activity?
Yeah. So yeah, as far I understand your question, so you are asking like one kind of backstack. So when you are starting one activity, another activity, so it has lots of backstack. So yeah, it's maintaining a tree, but using intent, you can pass data from one activity to another activity. Also, you can start one activity to another activity. Is that answer of your question?
I don't know. Not clear. I'm not clear.
Yeah,
Uh,
please.
I asked that maybe my application is very complex. It's
ওকে
it
ইয়া
has
পিজন তুমি
one to
ইয়া বাংলাতেও বলতে পারো
ওকে
ওকে ওকে
ধরো আমার অ্যাপ্লিকেশনটা কমপ্লেক্স, হ্যাঁ, আমার অনেক ডিপেন্ডেন্ট অ্যাক্টিভিটি আছে।
ওকে
আমি ফার্স্ট অ্যাক্টিভিটি থেকে আমার 5 নাম্বার অ্যাক্টিভিটি, যেমন 2 নাম্বার অ্যাক্টিভিটি 1 এর উপর ডিপেন্ডেন্ট, 3 নাম্বার অ্যাক্টিভিটি 2 এর উপর ডিপেন্ডেন্ট, 4 নাম্বার। আমার ইনটেন্টটা যে একটা ইনটেন্টের মাধ্যমে যে আমি একটা মেসেজ পাঠাবো, সেই মেসেজটা আমার ফার্স্ট অ্যাক্টিভিটিতে আছে, এবং আমার মাঝখানে এই 2 3 4 অ্যাক্টিভিটিতে আমার কোনো দরকার নেই মেসেজ। আমার সরাসরি 5 নাম্বার অ্যাক্টিভিটি দরকার। তাহলে কি আমার এই পুরো রুটটা তাকে ফলো করে যেতে হবে, নাকি আমি 1 থেকে 5-এর কোনোভাবে?
ওকে বুঝতে পারছি এখন তোমার কোশ্চেনটা বুঝতে পারছি তোমার কোশ্চেনটা হচ্ছে when I have multiple activities like 1 2 3 4 5 activities but I wanted to send data one activity to five. So basically, in between time, I don't need this data is not anywhere usable for these in between activities. So should I carry this data from that destination to that destination? So the basic thing is that if I say like if I don't go in any advanced topics, so simply it's true you need to carry data. Activity one to activity two, activity two to activity three to activity five, four. So that way actually you have to traverse. Other way, you can also send data one activity to like fifth number activity. That could be the internal storage like preferences. So you can store your data from screen one in the preferences. Do you know what is preferences is?
Uh, I have idea of shared preferences.
Yeah, shared
Yes.
preferences. So yeah, if you save the data in the shared preferences, so you can fetch the data in any activities. Whenever your uses is done, you can erase the data. This is one way. Another way you can do using the view model, which is maybe further advanced topics. You can use view model, which is architectural component. So using that view model, you can store data in your view model in app memory. So you can share this view model in multiple activities.
Okay.
Okay, these are multiple way you don't need to carry the data, but yeah, in general, if you don't have any complexity, you can traverse data one page to another page, but there are other ways also.
Okay.
Is that the
Thank
answer
you.
of your question?
Yes. Yes. Clear.
Okay, you clear on that, or do you have any doubt?
No, no, I have no doubt. Clear.
Okay, okay, that's great. That's great. So another core component is view. So what view is? View is also a basic building blocks. Like if I showing a text, view is also extending somehow the view. If I using a button, that button also extending somehow a view. So it's a unit building blocks. So that view actually rendering the data to the applications. Like if I using the text view, that text view is rendering in our application. So that text view some way is extending the view, and view is responsible for the unit like basic building blocks. So if you see there, so there is a text view there. So that text view is a view. If I use a button, button also view. If I use input field, this is also a view. Now, another core component is notifications. We know the notification is like when a notification is a message that pop-ups our screen, alert to the user, like that notification is come. So notification is more like look like this, like there will be a message, heading, a picture, an actionable button. So in Android, there is a notification channel. So using that notification channel, we can broadcast any notifications, maybe to help of the Firebase push notifications or FCM, Firebase Cloud Messaging. Any question regarding this?
I have a question about this.
Okay,
This
please.
is, I think, a universal thing, both used in web and Android notifications. And also, we need the Firebase tools in messaging, the chat messaging.
Yeah.
But these tools, the Firebase, are costly. Can we make our own server?
Yeah,
Do
we can
you?
make our own push notification server. So, but using that, we can use the Firebase channel to create our own push notification server. In the other hand, we can use the socket programming. So using socket programming, we can create our own push notification channel, which actually I can create the notification channel or the notification bar manually. So the main thing is like the device at least need to know someone sending something. Then actually the application can fetch the data from that channel, and I can show as a notification. So yeah, using web programming or web socket programming, we can create our own push notification channel. But it's like it's redesigning the wheels again because Fire is already making it nicely, and it's not so costly. I think like when you are developing production level application, So that application need to be used of FCM must. Otherwise, it will be more like it will be more backtracking for you. Like when you are developing your own server, own socket programming, you have some cost on that. It will be time, developer management, and also the resources. So that will be more costlier from than FCM.
Okay.
Yeah. Alhad, do you have any question?
No, no,
No,
no, at the moment.
Okay. You are getting that like at least the high level things.
Yeah, yeah, I'm getting that. Yeah.
Okay. Another the core component is widget. So we can create our own widget. You can see in our application, in our Android app, we can see the clocks, time, weather is showing. So these are called the small component as a widget. So we can create our own widget like this. If it's our music playing app, we can create that widget, and that we can actually create our small component that actually the subsidiary of the application. Yeah, that's all done. These are the all basic component. The basic components you need every time for developing applications like activities, services, broadcast receiver, intent, views, notification widget, and these are everywhere when you are developing application. Maybe in a vast way, like in activities, there is a lot of activities. It can be app compact activities, it can be compose based activities. Lots of things are there, but yeah, core concept is activities is a screen, service is running background, broadcast receiver is listening something and showing in the application. Intent is a massive kind of things which can be sent one screen to another screen. View is like UI units, and notification is like notifications like which you can see. We can create our own notification, same as widget. Widget also is a small component which we can use our own. Yeah, there's the sessions for Android tools. Is it clear, everybody? Okay, that's great.
yes, yes, thank you.
Now we will go the yeah. Next question is like, is it too boring for you, or should I close it there, or I can go further? Alahad or Toki?
It's not boring. It's fine.
Okay, okay, that's good. That's good. Like, we will deep dive another things, which is the Kotlin. As we know, like Kotlin is a prime languages, which we need to develop. So now I will give you some introductory things like what is the Kotlin is, what are the syntax of the Kotlin. So like basic thing, basic syntaxes, and some if you know the Java, so I can show you some comparison. Is that okay? Yeah. Is it visible to you?
Yes,
Yeah. So let's start like introduction of Kotlin for Android app developments. So what is Kotlin? Kotlin is like statically typed object-oriented languages. We know the object-oriented programming is what the object-oriented is like. Uh, Object-oriented has four pillars like encapsulation, and then inheritance, isolations, and the reusability. We know the inheritance type of thing. So, like object-oriented programming is more like structural things. Like I have a blueprint of something which actually using by others. So, main concept for object-oriented is like increase the readability, reusability, and is more like structure like it's more like class and object based. Like I have a class something and class is I can create that instance as many time as so it is like we and within that class, there will be some properties which can be public, private, or protected. Like some properties can access by anybody. So there's our one kind of encapsulations concept. Or some will be like private. There will be no access. Like we can see like access modifier. Another will be polymorphism like things like like I'm Ali Ahmed. When I'm in the office, I will be employer. When I will be home, someone husband, someone brother. So it's like one kind of polymorphism. When a class is uh, measuring some kind of areas, so when it's using by the rectangle, it will be like a rectangle area while it's using by the other stuff. So it will be that like that way. So another we can create some overriding things. So this also the proper example of polymorphism. Another example, like another main pillar of the object oriented is inherit. Like I can inherit some few properties of my father. So that's why one class can inherit then their properties from others. Another main concept is abstractions. Abstractions is like I'm not complete class, but anybody can contains me or extend me or inherit me. Then we actually it can like it can complete that class. So it's one kind of object-oriented programming languages. Just I'm recapping like what is the object-oriented programming is. Then it can anything do which Java can do. It's not a functional language. Yeah, it's object oriented or class based. But yeah, we can use as a functional languages also. So why Kotlin? Kotlin is concise. Like whatever we're writing in Java, it may be in Java code. There will be several lines to achieve something. But with Kotlin, we can achieve it easily. And it's safe. As I'm saying, it's safe. What the safe is like it's null pointer exception free. So in Java program, whoever doing the Java programming, the null pointer exceptions is everywhere. Now, okay, can see like if you using the PHP or some other languages in also in C sharp, there will be like lots of null pointer exceptions. Like whenever the property is not is getting null, then application is crashing. So okay, isn't it? You can want to share anything about the null pointer exception or any other exceptions?
That's true that uh, if any value got null and I don't check any null exception, then sometimes
Yeah,
API got crashed, sometimes my view got crashed.
yeah,
These problems are very problematic.
yeah. It's a very
When I
problematic
come
thing.
to Dart language, I came to Dart language. In Dart, these
Yeah.
things are very. In PHP, this is very বাংলায় বলি যে এটা খুবই ওভাবে চেক দিয়ে না যে তোমাকে করতেই হবে নাল পয়েন্ট নাল চেক দিতেই হবে পিএইচপি তে এরকম কিছু না পিএইচপি সাদামাটা করে দেয় কিন্তু যখন
Yeah,
আমি ডার্টে আসি তখন ওরা অ্যাজিউম করে যে কোনো ভেরিয়েবল নাল নিতে পারে না। ওরা
yeah,
এটা অ্যাজিউম করে এবং পরবর্তীতে আমার যদি কোনো ভেরিয়েবলকে নাল দিতে হয় নাল অ্যাসাইন করতে হয় আই হ্যাভ টু আইডেন্টিফাই দ্যাট উইথ এ কোশ্চেন মার্ক এটা নাল নিতে পারে। তো
yeah,
এই ধরনের কিছু চেকস আছে এটা এটা
yeah. Same as Kotlin also. Same as Kotlin. It's like null pointer exception. What is the null pointer exception is whenever a variable is contains nothing, like there is no value is assigned, and I want it to that variable in other perspective. That time actually compiler will be hang like what is happening. There is nothing on that. So some are throwing null pointer exception, some are crashing. So in Kotlin point of view, we can say like that variable will be nullable or that variable will be not null, so that actually it will be safe from the null pointer exception. And interoperability. So there might be some coding in Java. As I said, like Java also official languages for Android developments and Kotlin. So they are interoperable. Like whatever code is writing in Java, I can change it in Kotlin. So it's easy. Like some code is in written in Java, which is useful. I wanted to use it. I don't need to worry about it. I can paste it in my compiler. Compiler will do it rest of the things. Though we need to do some manual things also. But yeah, it's interoperable. And tool friendly. What is tool friendly? It's like excellent tool and support by the JetBrains. So JetBrains continuously developing the Kotlin programming languages. So it's making user friendly or developer friendly every time. So yeah, like let's start with the syntax test, like how it's look like. So the object declarations or variable declarations is more like this one, like bal, and var. These are the two concepts. Like okay, let's forget about it. But we wanted to assign something. So for common things, if I wanted to create a variables can be a type. It can be integer, it can be string, it can be array or anything or any kind of object. So in Kotlin, normal signature is I need to add the modifier like is val or var. So I will discuss like what is val and what is var and the name of the variable and type and I can assign the value. This is the normal structure in Kotlin. And this is like immediate assignment. And the funny thing is that sometimes we don't need to declare like it's integer or string or something. I can assign immediately, like p name is allure. So basically, I'm not declaring like it's a string type of variables or not. So it's actually assuming okay that value is string, so I am string. Whenever it's assigned that value, that p name is now string. So I can use p name as anywhere. Same way like when I am doing a list, the array list I can declare. Another funny thing is like when I am inserting any number like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, when it's a long number, is less readable in any other programming languages. So we can use underscore as a comma, like when we're writing long amounts of money. So we can do like 1 comma or something like that, 1 million, 2 million. So that way actually it's an integer or long, but it's look like a string, but it's more readable for user or for the developer. So now let's see what is val or what is var. One is immutable, another is mutable. When we are declaring val and assigning the value, that variable can't update it. It's fixed. And another is the mutable. I can change the value as many times as can, like anytime I can change the value. So that's clear. Any question regarding this? Okay, or Alha? Okay, are you there? Dijon?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yes, yes.
Yeah, any question regarding two things like what is bal and bar? When we are learning Kotlin, these are the basic steps. Like it's always asked from the interview, like what is bal and what is bar.
I found val maybe like const variable.
Yeah, con is in different languages, isn't it?
Yes.
Yeah, Kotlin
Yes.
also has
I
their
remember.
const.
It's this same concept, const or
Yeah,
final.
same.
It's same concept.
Yeah,
Okay.
similar
But
concept. Yeah.
and
When you're declaring,
var
yeah,
we
when
know.
sorry,
Var we know.
yeah.
Var is variable.
And bell is like okay, constant thing. Like when we're assigning data, we can assign, but this is immutable. It can't be changed. And this is if expressions, like logical expressions. Sometimes like if A greater than B, this will be like condition, this will be if, and this is the condition block. When condition is satisfied, then actually it can bring something. So the funny thing is, Kotlin is that if condition, what is returning the last line, I can assign in any variable so that actually I don't need an extra I don't need an extra variable to assigning every time. So here, if A greater than B is returning A, if A, then max will be A, or B, it will max will be B. So these are the little things different from other languages. Like as expression, we can say like if A greater than B, it will be A else B. So max will be using that result. What will be the result? Max will be that. And we know the switch expression in Java. So in Kotlin, there is a when things like if I doing when will be the switch operator in Java. Like when x can be one, two, three, four multiple things. So that time actually, if I write it if else multiple times, it will be like more writing something. So when x is one, then it will be this. X is two, it will be that. And this way actually it can be continued. And in when we can type multiple things like when x is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, I can do this that way. Like if n 1 and 2 doing the same thing, so basically I can catch these blocks easily. I don't need to write multiple times. And these are the range also that we can declare the range. Like when x is within 10 to 20, then it will be print. So that way actually is more concise from regarding the Java. And loop, we know loop. Loop is the iterative thing. So these are the loop declarations. So there is a list. We can declare a list that way. And for item, we can print an item. So for item in item list. So here actually when we don't need any kind of index, that way actually we can run a loop or whole list will be iterate. And if we need the index, that way actually we can index. I think someone is joining. Okay, Inanbai is joining with us. Hi Inanbai, how are you? Inanbai, can you hear me?
Yeah, hi Avi.
Hi, bhai, how are you?
I
Okay,
was
good.
following you on Facebook, so
Okay.
I got this Google Meet link. So I thought to join with
Oh,
you guys here.
thanks for joining, right? Thanks for joining. Those who know don't know the Inan Bhai. Inan Bhai is my senior batch in my university. So Inan Bhai is my big brother. I followed Inan Bhai a lot in my university's time. Thanks for joining, Inan Bhai.
Thank you for great lectures.
Oh, it's one kind of time passing. That's doing something, is it? Okay.
Why not?
Thank you for joining. So far, the whole session is like basic Android developments, like what are the tools we need, what are the programming languages for Android developments, and some other stuffs like in-depth Android regarding. So as I'm from the Android background, I thought, okay, let's share something or let's create some sessions regarding the Android development. Yeah, thanks for joining, bhai. Okay, let's start in the loop. So loops is like iterative thing. As I said, and in Java, normal loop concept is like I am writing for and some index and some conditions and the ending blocks. But in Kotlin, it's slight difference. We can like in Java there is a for each loop also, but here all loops is loop like for items in list and I can print item. And whenever I use the for each, then actually I can use for each only item, only list, and it will be iterate the whole list. And when we need the index, that way actually we can achieve index. And for each also had another concept like for each index for each. That's why actually we need we can get the index. And this is the basic function definitions for in Kotlin. So this will be like fun keyword we need to add, and this will be the function name. And these are the parameters where we can define parameters here using colon. And here actually we will return something. It will be integer, string, object, anything. And this is the function block where we will run function. So what the function is? Function is one kind of Pascal or one kind of uh, we can say corporation. So that corporation is doing something and returning something. So this is a block where we can assign something, and that block is responsible for single things or multiple things, and it will be returned a result. So this is a normal function structure in Kotlin. Fun keyword, name, parameter, return type, and the block. So funny thing is that we can return inline, like that return keyword we don't need to use, like we can equal a b c in a single line. So basically that function will understand, like it will be return something, that result. And also we can assign the default arguments. Like what the default argument is when I have the multiple function arguments or the parameter list, and I don't need to send every time the same things again and again. So we can assign a parameter in a way like d equal to 0. So now my mandatory parameters is parameter. So I don't need to send the D every time. But whenever I need to send it, I can send it. It will be reassigned. Like D, if I send D value is 5, it will be 5. But it also said like optional parameter. So that parameter is now optional parameter. Any question regarding this, Pijon or Alahad?
No, no questions.
Are you understanding like what the concept function is and how it's written in Kotlin?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, that's great. And the data classes. So, norm in Java or any other programming languages, we can create the Puju classes. What the Puju classes is like a plain object, Java object or plain class, like where actually there will be some parameters or there will be some properties and there will be some getter and setter. That's it. So in Kotlin, like we can describe that way. Like don't need to write the whole classes and get set method. Like you can use the data class. This is a data class, and each can work as a normal class also. So this will be data class and country name and the capital. So that class has get and set method by default. So if I use like bal India class name India, then it will be assigned that way. Or we can use the individual like name equal to and capital equal to, so that it will be work like get a certain class. And there are some other classes also in Kotlin. Just recap for your interest, you can search like Silk class, Open class, and these are the different class. And enum class also there. So these are more advanced topics, but yeah, you can look into it. Like if you have the multiple classes and you need to check the classes properly, you can use the seal classes. Okay, as I said, the Kotlin is a null free. So why it's null free? When I'm assigning a string ABC and I wanted to a equal to null assign, but it will give the compilation error. I can't assign here now. So when we are declaring that way a variable, we can't assign now. So it always be a null free. But yeah, sometimes we need to assign some null, because when we're getting from our API or some other data, some data can be null. So that actually we need to accept this null parameter also. That way, like whenever using the question mark here, like var, variable name and type, and question mark equals to ABC, this means it's a nullable parameter or nullable variable. So that actually we can assign here null. But if we use this b equal to null, and if we wanted to use that b somewhere else, always we need to check the null. Like this way, when l equal to a equal to length, it will easily return. But if I use l equal to b dot length, so that string can return the length, but it can be null, so it will be compilation error. So we need to check the null before using this b. Are you clear on that, Alaha?
Yes, yes.
Yeah, that's great. So how we can check this now? One normal thing, so we can check like b not equal to null, then actually we can access the b length. Or also there is a question mark. This is the null checking operator or safe call in Kotlin. So some if interviewer asks you like what is the safe call, so you can say like that way, if any variable is nullable and we need to check this null using the quotient dot expression, that will be a safe call. So if we use dot question mark dot length, that easily we can access, and it will, if it's null, then actually it will not executing length. So basically there will be no trace. Same goes to there. So if this list contains nullable string, we can assign null as much as possible, but if we are using that operator, and then actually it will ignore the null values. Otherwise, it will not execute if we don't use the safe call. Any question,
I have a question.
please?
The second one, second safe call operator. Uh, so what if the B is null? What will be the value of length?
Okay, that's why I said like okay, I am back checking a bit. So, like this is a nullable variable. It can
Oh, it will be
null.
null. Okay,
Yeah, it will
okay,
be null.
got
But
it, got it.
to using that, always we need to check null. Otherwise, compiler
Yes,
will giving you error. Like you can't
error.
execute
Yeah,
that code.
yeah,
Is that the answer of
okay.
your question, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, that's good. So another most important thing in extensions functions in Kotlin, like which that concept is not present in Java or any other programming. Normal C Sharp also don't have. I don't know, but they included or not. But in Kotlin, there is the extension function. What is the extension function? Is normally when we are using string, so string dot length, we can say like string dot length equal to it will return the length. So what is the length is? Length is a function. This is inbuilt function. But sometimes we need our own functions, like normal the date formatting. Normally what we do for date formatting, we can write a function like our own way, like what is the format of our date. It can be d d m m y y, or it can be triple d triple m 4y. So there's our own function. So whenever we are doing the same function like string dot format date and writing our code, so whatever string is like if we go back here B, so if I use B dot, then actually we can see that format, like format string or format date. So it's an extension function which actually we can define our own function rather than built-in function also. Like string has built-in function length, size, or any other things, but we can define our own functions for string. So whenever that string use, I can use that function easily. It's really important tools for Android developments or any other developments, isn't it? In by if it's there in Java, then it would be more easy, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Another concept is lambdas. Lambda is present in more or all the programming languages. What is the lambdas is? Lambdas is like implementation of functional interface. Like what is that? Like one function can contains another function, so that actually I can use that function signatures. Like when you are using button dot set on click listener, that expression B do something. So that on click listener also accepting this function. So that thing, this is calling actually uh, the lambda function. So B is contains a function, and I am sending that whole signatures to on click listener. So on click listener also accepting this signature and doing or acting accordingly. It's really helpful. Any question regarding a lambda function? Alahad or Pigeon?
Is this like the callback functionalities in JavaScript?
Yeah, we can use the
Passing
lambda function as a callback function also. But main
I'm
concept
asking,
is
is that
the
concept is same?
sorry.
Is that concept are same? That I'm
Yeah. As I
passing a
said, like
function.
for callback function, we can use lambda function as a callback function. So what is happening? Like I am sending a function to a function, and it's returning a result to the calling function. So basically, it's one kind of callback, isn't it? So callback also happening the same thing. So we can say we can achieve the callback functionalities using lambda function. Is
Okay.
it clear?
So, yeah. Thank you.
Yeah. I think these are not required for higher order functions. Is not required for now. Okay, lazy and late. These two things are there. So what is lazy and what is late? So normally I want whenever I am declaring a variable, I need to assign a value also. But sometimes what can be happens, I don't need to assign any value within that variable. So what I will do, I can declare the latent. So latent means whenever I am using latent bar num. So basically the concept is that the variable will be initialized later. And whenever I wanted to use that, so this is the latent concept. What is the lazy? As we know, bal is immutable. We can't assign value again and again. Only first time it can be assigned. So basically here actually we can use lazy. When we are using by lazy, that means and I'm declaring the value is not assigned immediately. Whenever I am using that toolbar will be assigned by that value. It's like a memory optimizations thing. So basically, every time I don't need to assign a value in a variable that will be like memory consuming. So what we can do, we can use lazy. So whenever is used, only that time it will be assigned. Otherwise, that will be like free. Any question regarding lazy and latent? Okay. And some other block functions are in Kotlin like let, apply, also with. So these are the four functions. Like whenever we are like the normal thing I can tell you like a dot something, a dot something, a dot something. That's things we need to write something like whenever a class is there and a class is need to be used multiple time. So that we need to use like a dot something operation, a dot another operation, a dot another operation. So it's a redundant thing. So that actually we can do a dot apply and I can do rest of the things. A dot let I can do rest of the things. And this is the block function. Okay. I think these are all like Kotlin specific things. Rest of the things are more like Java. So some wow moment I can tell you for like reading buffer reader in Java, we need to write lots of code. In the C sharp also we don't we need to like buffer reader, buffer stream, and then string builder. But in Kotlin here is only one thing like is buffer reader and then use this string. That's it. So in Java, like button dot set visibility view dot visible view dot gone. So that's we can discuss. But we can declare some extension function like view dot visible. Visible means data will be visible like be equal to visible, be equal to gone. So I can declare two extension functions, and that extension function I can use every time like visible gone. So I don't need to view dot visible, view dot gone every time. So some other functions are there. If I share, you can take a note of this. I will share these documents with you. Okay, these are the introduction to Kotlin. Any question regarding the Kotlin programming languages, like what concept is like difficult to understand or not clear to you? Okay, Pigeon.
জাভা কি মানে ম্যান্ডেটরি জানা যে জাভা
No, no, no,
কনসেপ্ট
no. It's not mandatory to learn Java to learning Kotlin. You can start Kotlin individually. But as I said, isn't it learning so easy? Like you need only bar and ball. You need only Latin or lazy. You need function structure and for loop and when. That's it. And some class structures. And it's like concise than Java. But main thing is that Kotlin is running the Java virtual machine. So it's on interoperable. What is happening inside? Like when we are running a Java code, normally it's compiled and it's making dot class file and then it's running in the JVM machine. So Kotlin is doing same thing. Kotlin is a wrapper of Java and Kotlin is compiled and it's create the class file and it's running in the JVM machine. So you don't need to learn Java. But those who know Java, it's comparative. So that like I know Java already, but why I need to learn Kotlin again? So there are some other benefits also. There's the things. Okay, clear?
clear?
Okay.
Got it.
Should I continue or I can stop here so that actually I can or just a little bit Android specific things like what is the Android Studio look like and what are the tools. Should I show this or I can stop here, like I can share the future plan or what is the future things. It's entirely up to you.
I think like for me, like who joined, I don't know, but like for me, you should stop because already it's
Yeah.
2 3 hours. Yeah, so it will get boring. Like whatever we understand, if you explain more, like we are like normally we are like beginner, isn't it?
Yeah, that's
So
true.
it will flash our mind.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. That's really true. So, what I can share, I can share the future plan. Like, what is the purpose I'm making like a big beginner series or some other series. So, I have a big plan on that. So, what I did, I made or I registered a company in UK. So the company name is Android. So what we are doing developing mobile applications for different clients. So the main benefit is that I have different projects and we are doing lots of projects in separately, but my plan is to create another wings which will be the training wings. So where I will give training and I will give the professional training also, and I will give certifications with the professional experiences as I have lots of project. So what will be the benefit? You will be the learn the industry level Android application developments, and it will help you to get interviewed easily, get selected, or also some like as you were fresher, you need some experiences. So I can give you the experience, so you can get the experience later, and someone needs like 6 month or 1 year experience, I can give you that. So that actually you can, if you pass the interview, I will help you until you will not pass the interview. So I am sharing my future plan. What is my plan is, you can see my screen. So my plan is like
Yes.
there is a 5 ordering process. I made it like one is Android app development training for beginner, another is Android development training for the mid level. The main important things is like building industry level apps with multimodal architecture. Like I work for multinational companies also, like I'm working the Capgemini who actually following. I have lots of colleagues from Google and from Microsoft and the FANG. So we discussed a lot like what is the industry is looking for. So this module is like building industry level app with multimodal architecture, and then professional app development with CI/CD, and the building industry level multi-platform apps with KMM. What is KMM is Kotlin multiple platform. Like if you learn KMM, then it will work natively in iOS and Android also. This is the
Is
KMM
it like
platform.
something like Flutter?
No, no, something not like Flutter. Flutter is hybrid technology. So what is happening? Flutter is written by different technologies, and is running the individual platform, so it like more, it's not optimized rather than the native platform. So in KMM, it's like I need to know the Android developments, I need to know the iOS development, but KMM will do it has own business storage or business logic. So that same business logic using by iOS and Android. So the KMM will act like a native things. So it will be more efficient, like native, not like native, is native. You got it now? So, what will be the beginner training platform? So, this is the first session for the beginner, like where actually we will learn the Android development essentials, Android app components, basic structure, basic Kotlin, basic UI things. Like a hands-on project also will be there for the beginner module or the beginner pathway. And the mid-level pathway is like here we will learn the basic things obviously, and regarding that we will be learn the Android app architectures, or like MVVM clean architecture, where we will be do the API calling, dependency injections, creating the professional applications using Jetpack Compose. So here you will be like more like okay, ready for the market. Okay, if you complete that mid level, so that actually you can code in Android, you can write any code, any applications using a simple pattern. And this is what actually knowing for the mid level companies, like that mid level companies looking for that mid level developers. Okay, and obviously completion certificate will be there. And the building the industry level apps with multi-module architecture, this is the main thing. Like if I see like what the Uber application look like, what the Facebook or Google other platforms, like that applications following lots of things, they are doing the multi-module architectures, and they have their own libraries. They are following the best practices ever. So basically that programs or that pathway actually you will be the professional ready for the multinational companies. And you at least you will can get interviewed, you will be do the interview preparations using that pathway, and you will get selected. Until you will not get selected and you will be in that module in that pathway. So here actually we are providing the interview preparations also regarding the development all things, like how Fang or some other companies doing their interviews. Normally tech task will be there. There will be technical rounds. There will be lots of rounds. So I have that experiences and I have gone through this multiple times. So basically it's easy for me, and I will give the experience certificate. So whenever companies like looking for 1 year Android developers, 2 years or freshers, so I can provide the certificate. And same as for the professional app development with CI/CD. So for vast project, like which the project actually I am now working, which is HMRC, all over the UK people is using that applications. Like it's like one kind of revenue tax, everyone, like every citizen need to using that application. So that application architecture is entirely different than normal application. So we need to maintain the huge user base, we need to maintain the data security, because all tax informations for companies and individual will be that application. So I have that experience, like how that CI/CD, like continuous integration to continuous deployments, like entire life cycle I can share with that platforms using that. And obviously as I mentioned the KMM apps multi-platform, where actually this is interesting, like that will be the next steps for the Google also. Google will declare like as Flutter. So everybody, like when I can see the Amazon, Facebook, Google, and some other best companies, they already shifted their project in KMM. So KMM is nothing. Okay, sorry, Alahad, please.
Yeah, Ali, bhai, yeah, if you don't mind, like I know about HMRC, so I live in UK, so I want to know like what actually you do with HMRC, like what is your job, like purpose, like mainly.
Okay, so HMRC has the mobile application, isn't
Yeah,
it?
yeah, yeah.
So I am developing the Android mobile application.
Okay,
So
so you are Android based. Oh,
yeah,
yeah,
I'm
I got it.
developing the Android HMRC mobile application.
Okay,
So that applications continuously, adding new features,
yeah.
maintaining the previous stuffs, that things.
I know this is the biggest application in the UK, so I know
Yeah,
about.
yeah,
Yeah.
that is, yeah. So yeah, and as I'm saying, like KMM, Kotlin multi-platform. So this is the native Android and iOS structure. So we need to learn the native Android, native iOS here. Also, how KMM work with them. So basically, when we are learning the KMM, we have to learn the iOS also Android, and it will be fun. Like it's easy. Like I am developing, I am designing Android, and it will working on the iOS also. I don't need to write any storyboarding and any other things. Like it will converting Swift UI easily. So yeah, that's it. And yeah, this is actually our company plan. So the basic Android development is free for all. So I can, it will be several sessions. I will declare later for the basic, and that basic course, like this first session will happen multiple times. Like next 3 months, that session will be repeat again and again. This is the first session, so I have second sessions also, and there are also some other stakeholders already communicated with me. So basically I will do the free training for them, and I will continue this series. And as I said, the mid level, for the mid level professional developer, where actually I said like I will do the Android or Android basic things, professional ready, will work in the professional projects also. So that actually, it will be like 499 per year. It's a dollar, oh no, it's a pound, sorry, 499 pounds in per year. So 10 session will be one-to-one session. So that session, like am I am working with Pigeon, the whole session will be Pigeon also. This the 10 session overall year I will do with Pigeon. I will see like what Pigeon is actually facing problem. Is he applied lots of things, like if I apply in the Canada, any organizations in Canada. So basically there I will analyze the Canada's applications requirements. We will design that path for the Pigeon also. And if any organizations like Alahad wanted to apply in UK, so we will analyze the requirements. So we will help all, like there will be lots of steps for international student or international companies. It will be like screening, technical task, technical interview, again screening, the final technical interview or problem solving interview. So that how you will pass, we will give you that pathway. And the professional training will be like unlimited. We will do the professional training, like when you will do the professional training, if you will commit it with us, then actually you will be the professional Android developer in any market. It would be UK, US, and anywhere. So that way actually we are planning the whole things. And this is the very beginning for today. Any questions or any discussions you wanted to share?
Nothing at the moment.
Sorry.
No, nothing at the moment.
Okay. So Inan bhai, what about the program? Do you have any comments about this program?
Uh, I'm really, very. I want to suggest great initiative, inshallah, something good. I wish something.
So what I am doing now, I am making a platform, like online platform like Udemy or other. So I am developing that platform where actually I am preparing the on-demand videos and also the online one-to-one interacting. So what we research, like whatever we see in Udemy and other platform, and after seeing the take home is very less. Like I completed the whole program, but 10% I can remember in
Yep.
after 6 months or 7 months. It's not helping actually. Then it will be helping if it's interactive. Like I'm trying to prepare this platform interactive. Like The students can discuss with each other, they can have their one-to-one sessions, like Ahad and Pigeon is there, they can communicate themselves, like you completed this one, like what you understand, like that will be task, like that way actually one developer, like developer is not a part-time job, developer is a full-time thing, so you have to be think like a developer. So Udemy and other platform actually not helping, so that's why actually I am creating my own platform where other this is, you can see the only faces, but there are lots of faces from Google, from many other companies, because I have my own group who actually giving the industry level, like in Bangladesh we can see the market is not the Bangladesh, it's all over the world, and this is very easy to get into it. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, that's it. Okay, thank you everyone for joining today. Yeah, hopefully we'll continue these basic sessions, and whenever the platform will be ready, I will share with you, like I will take your thoughts. Also, this is the interesting fact I can see, like you will be work with the professional project in UK market, so that experience will be a lot. Yeah, that's it. Thank you everyone for joining. Any last thought? Any from anybody?
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you. Okay, see you later.
Thank you
Bye.
very much.
See you, bro. Take care, yeah.
Bye.